is filming now?
A message from the crypt. The most interesting storyline that I've been researching for my entire life now, I'm ready to bring to broad, vivid imaginations one on one, is that the original name of the band's publishing company was called Ice Nine Publishing. And it's a science fiction book based on the fact that at the end of the world, there's going to be this substance called Ice Nine, and it's going to, men's heart's going to go cold, and it's just going to be the disaster, the end time thing. So to weave out of the Ice Nine symbology, like right now, this is ice I just took out off the street, and it doesn't melt. There's not one drop of water coming off this. Okay? So if I told you that the Ice Nine, any other time of history, if I tried to tell you about the saga that's been written into the hearts of some men and the wonderful sagas that are written in the hearts of other men, it depends on what kind of nine. Nine in German means no. Nine. Ice nine. No way. But it's because of the love of the music, and the greatest story I ever heard was based on a biblical
Did
text.
you guys come up with the safe
that
word?
we're videotaping right now. Safe word? Yeah, it's called Safe Word. Yeah, the safe word. This is called the dialectic of comfortability over being real all the time. But your framework doesn't have to be the framework. You create your mind over matter. Because I went to the School of Mass, and in the School of Mass, you try to determine the difference between mass, matter, or mass, praying into existence something that could possibly be. That's mass. What is mass? The high mass? Yeah. So if you did not get the message, Mickey Hart and Bill Kreutzmann are the surviving boys to a dream spent wandering the earth looking for love and finding it. And then realizing, what did I do with that love? Oh, but this is about sharing into the question marks of creation and love. And what is it? It's a spirit. You can't isolate it because this thing's still not melting. This thing is not. This is so. In 1987, I saw spirits in the sky as a youth. I saw a vision of angels coming in the clouds at a Dead show back there in '79 in Red Rocks, and it was very, very interesting and bizarre. And to get to the lazy lightning part of it, back to the lightning of what is thought, mind over matter. If I bless water and bury ice and turn it into crystal, if you say truth, 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 the water takes a certain form. They pull it out of the freezer, and there it is. You say truth, truth, truth to it. You say eternity to it. All these different shapes come, like mythical shapes come out of into the crystals when they freeze them. You say fuck you, you suck, this is terrible. Any cursing that you do of others is thought. You are 70% water. So if I put a blessing on you, you're going to get it because you're 70% water. My trip is to bless everyone I can possibly bless around me, but I've been, half the time drunk on Burgundy wine, you know what I'm saying? And the other half trying to walk the line. But knowing the truths that the Magi have brought. Now, Magi is the word you get for the three Magi that came to visit Christ. That's where we get the word Magi from. I can call your attention to scriptural references because I had to do a biblical word meaning search to understand what type of his story you're going to tell. Is his story that God gave you something good? Or is his story something God gave you was that you're meant to grind and murder and, But anyway, we're talking about the love of the spirit of the music that filled my heart with wonder and dance. And curiosity killed the cat, but the end of that conversation was, the original term was, curiosity killed the cat, he got satisfaction. He understood. So, satisfaction is standing up in a world where, you know, this is raining down from on heaven. But there, because the darkness is so great right now, the light is so great right now. The power of love and light is so much more powerful. And the singers and the drummers and the lovers of transmitting art for love to show differences, the contrast between dark and light, and what you're going to choose, you know. But this is in honor of the music that I'm going to check out in a couple of days, because it's been my lifeblood force, because I've kind of lived all the songs, and coming back to, you know, but I plan on being the winner on the cover of the Seven, you know, the Run for the Roses album, where Jerry was laying it all out early in the day. It's a dragon with a woman on his back, you know. He won the race already. Now he just has to come out and proclaim the gifts to the universe. So it's kind of like a blurry creature. You know, if you're a blurry creature, you got your eyes peeled on the present so much that the future is, you know, what you'll be here now. This is a love. Ice Nine. So they did Ice Nine, and then the next thing that I can give you for the Grateful Dead saga storyline would be the Sirens of Titan. Jerry wanted to produce that film back in the day when I was a kid, looking at the music and listening, what the hell's going on, what are they doing, you know, what the hell is they playing on solstices, they're teaching me about the solstices, the equinoxes, they taught me, you know, endless amounts of information, yet it's all was divinely inspired to lead me to tell you about the greatest story I ever heard, which was in a nutshell, Bobby Weir had a song that Hunter wrote, and Bobby wanted to craft it a little differently so he could sing it. And Robert Hunter said, "Yo, man, I got my hands full with Jerry. Go work with that guy's a divinity student, crazy fucking hip cat. You rancher boy, Barlow. He's a biblical studies cat. He knows what kind of secret documents we're trying to release to the kids, man. Let him handle it." You know, and it's like Jerry in the middle of the night calls Bob up and goes, "Man, you got to read Ezekiel, the fire wheel in the sky, man. You got to check that out." And Bobby checks it out and writes estimated profit. And then they tell jokes. Bobby tells jokes about guys that are just dying to come to the band and tell them what the fucking divine revelation they had, you know. It's like that crispy, burnt out guy's estimated profit on the side of the highway. But when you've been lit by that spirit that just doesn't make the coordination of circumstances that come together to just like form, like, wow, that was wonderful, one wonderment, you know, all rolled into Stevie Wonder. So when you believe in things you don't understand, then you suffer. You know, that's really superstition, you know. But if you believe in all is one and God is one and there's one idea and there's one way to do it, or there's just separate humans and we're not family, we're not all one, you know, it's all a different rip, man. I'm talking about the peace and love that the band instilled in my heart, and how music became an anthem of the Son of God, you know, like the Redeemer, man, like who comes inside all of us. And they were like, it was a psychedelic church I was involved in with the Grateful Dead. It was like a biblical studies, advanced psychedelic telekinesis school of fucking thought and reason. And now that I understand the projection schemes and how they lied to us about so many things, but yet the most important thing is to just be a gourd sounding a fucking bell, you know, the silent bell. All right, love and peace.